In this module, we are going to be looking at how do we get into crypto. So before we get started, I'd just like to go through a few cautionary points. Firstly, crypto investments should not be used in isolation, but as an addition to an already existing portfolio or to savings that you have or other assets. Mainly maybe a few different other asset classes that you might have, or you in the process of building a portfolio that's diversified. Only invest what you can afford to lose. So crypto is well known for its volatility. So it's in your best interest to only put in what you can afford to lose. So, for some reason, if you had to lose your investment, the impact should not be heavy on you, and you should be able to live with the consequences of the loss. Don't go all in with your pension, as an example. Use your rent money or use debt or loans to finance your crypto investment. These are just a few examples that some people have got burnt badly by using these type of funding strategies. Crypto is not a get rich quick scheme. It's a long term investment. So if we take these factors into consideration, then we are ready to jump into the next step of buying crypto. So I'm going to take you through the process of buying crypto. So we're going to look at a few pointers before we decide to buy crypto. So firstly, we need to understand what crypto we would like to buy. So I will be going through a very basic beginner's portfolio in the next few slides. So let's have a look at buying crypto. So firstly, we will have the name of the crypto. So in this case, we're looking at Bitcoin. We've got Bitcoin. And then there is generally a ticker or a reference symbol or digits that is a short form for the crypto. In this case, it's Bitcoin will be BTC. So this is a very important point because there are other Bitcoin variants. So crypto is open source. So in a lot of cases, the Bitcoin blockchain is open source and was copied, or we had a fork, a Bitcoin fork that led to different other types of Bitcoin. So as an example, Bitcoin Gold was created through a hard fork, and the short symbol for Bitcoin Gold is BTG. So you just need to make sure when you're choosing on the exchange Bitcoin, to buy Bitcoin, you need to be very sure that it's the correct Bitcoin you're referring to and not one of the other variants or hard forks of the Bitcoin blockchain. So the same would apply to Ethereum as well. So Ethereum is one of the second largest cryptocurrencies. The short form or the representing code is, or ticker is ETH, which is Ethereum. There is also Ethereum Classic, which is ETC. So we just need to be sure that we've got the right currency or coin when we're making our final purchase. So the same goes for, I got example of Tether, which is a stable coin, which is USDT. So there are other stable coins as well. There's USDC, etc. There's BUSD. So we just need to make sure we've got the right symbol or short code that's representing the currency. The other points to consider can be the price of crypto. So Bitcoin being quite expensive, currently sitting at around $35,000. So we might not be able to buy an entire Bitcoin. So it doesn't mean that we don't have access, but we can buy a fraction of a Bitcoin. So we can buy 1,000th of a Bitcoin, 100th of a Bitcoin, 1/10th of a Bitcoin. So it can be fractionalized. So same with Ether, we could buy fractions of it. So don't feel that you don't have access to something or it's too expensive. You can buy fractions of certain coins. And obviously, we need to take the fees into consideration as well. So if we're buying small amounts, it might make more sense to actually leave the coins on the exchange because there is withdrawal fees that you need to pay and there's transactional fees as well. So these are the points we need to consider when we do the transactions. The cost to remove from the exchange, we can discuss that. And obviously, we're going to discuss security as well in the upcoming modules. So let's go ahead and have a look of a sample portfolio. So I'm based in South Africa. So basically, this is a basic crypto course. So this is just to be able to show you how to dip your toes into the market. And it's a demonstration of getting the logistics right or getting comfortable with registering on an exchange, going and putting in a buy order and buying some crypto, just so you know how to operate in the space. So we're going to be using a very small allocation as an example. You can do a portfolio for $100. So I would suggest we start with $100 and we can build on the portfolio. So just a test so that you can learn. So it's more a learning thing. Once you're ready and you feel you're comfortable and you've learned how to go about operating in the space or navigating in the space, then you can do a proper investment. So as a guide, when you're doing your proper investment for a bigger value, I would say we need to look at definitely having some Bitcoin in our portfolio, some Bitcoin, some Ethereum, and USDT. So, as an example, I've put a 40% allocation for Bitcoin, a 50% for Ethereum, and a 10% for stablecoin or USDT. Because beliefs might vary slightly, but I believe that Ethereum has got a lot of room for growth and might outpace Bitcoin in the short term. So I've put in a 50% investment in Ethereum over Bitcoin. And as you become more used to navigating in the space, I will show you how to navigate between the different pairs and gain value from both sides of the equation within the pairs. Okay, so let's go ahead, and one of the decisions we need to make before we go ahead and invest is to choose an exchange. So there's a lot of exchanges, like I covered in the broad context of crypto. There's over 300 marketplaces for exchanges, and there's central exchanges and there's decentralized exchanges. So for the most part, if you're going to be using small amounts to start investing, the centralized exchanges would be the place to go, as the fee structure is the cheapest via the centralized exchanges. And the decentralized exchanges, like the Uniswaps, the 1inch, the DeFi space, the fees can be quite high. So one of the top exchanges, or well-known exchanges, is Binance, Coinbase, and there's a lot of different countries which might favor certain exchanges. So I'm based in South Africa, so Luno Exchange is quite popular. It used to be known as Local Bitcoins, and it's been in the space for a long time. So I'm going to be taking you through on how to register with the Luno Exchange, because it allows for the on-ramp of your fiat currencies, like in my case, rands to crypto, which is Bitcoin and Ether. Or secondly, we could use Binance, is also a fiat on-ramp that we can use to fund our account. So depending on which country you are in, you would have to choose accordingly. So for the US, Coinbase is popular. There's a Dutch exchange, Kraken, which is also popular. So you'd probably going to have to do a little bit of research in your country to see which one best fits you. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, and in this video, you're going to learn how to sign up onto the Luno Exchange. And then you're going to also learn how to do your Luno account verification. You're going to learn how to fund your Luno wallet. You're going to learn how to do an instant buy order on Luno. You're going to also learn how to do a market order and how to send, receive crypto. And lastly, I'm going to show you some options on registering on Binance so that you can buy some altcoins, as Luno is very limited as to what cryptos you can buy. So basically, you can only buy 5 or 6 currencies on the Luno exchange. So they are the big ones: Bitcoin, Ether, USDC, Ripple. But for the more popular and smaller coins, you would have to use Binance. So I will show you also how to register on Binance. And the next step, once you have bought the crypto, how do you go about storing crypto? So this being a basic crypto course, I will show you in the next module the options. So you've got an option of storing on the exchanges, for instance, on Luno and Binance Exchange. A hot wallet option, so you can save it in a wallet that's based on the internet or on your computer external browser. A cold wallet, which is cold or hard wallet, which can be stored offline. So the most favorable one would be the cold storage wallet that's offline, but this will be only feasible if you're investing in a reasonable amount. So for smaller amounts of less than $1,000, it would be more feasible to probably leave it on the exchange. But obviously, you need to have proper security on the exchange or in a hot wallet. Thank you.